Hi guys, how are we doing?
Yeah,
Everything's good.
everything's
Any
good.
kids? Anyone got kids?
Yeah.
Oh my
Kids
god, how
and
many?
a wife and
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, man.
Can you believe it's been 20 years since we saw each other?
Yeah, time really flies, man.
Yeah, what have you guys been up to?
Well, I built my company based around my love for cars. So I have basically cars and coffee every weekend.
That's awesome, man. That's great. You guys, do y'all remember that one project we did like 20 years ago here? What was it called? Dream Manager?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
So-
yes. I want to go off that. Have anyone's success stories? I want to know everything. Like, tell me everything. What have y'all been up to?
Well, what I've been up to is... So Michelle, can you tell me a little more about what you've been up to?
Yeah, so actually I've been...
Hi, Michelle.
Hey.
Do you have time to answer a few questions?
Yeah, come on in.
So, what's a business-oriented goal that you've achieved?
I think a business goal that I have achieved would be that I learned the hard way that, if you don't love what you do, it's going to feel like work. And ever since I interned at SFG, I was so adamant about working from home and clocking in and clocking out. But yeah, really understanding that if you love what you do, it's not going to feel like work. And I'm in a position now where I feel like I'm being challenged. I excel in all the skills that I have, and I have multiple opportunities of growth.
So, what have you been working on?
Anyways, next question.
What's a mental-oriented goal that you've achieved?
I think a mental goal that I've been struggling with, but I've been working on, has been understanding that I'm right where I need to be. When you start working, you have to start entry level from the bottom again, and you want to be at that senior level already. But just because you stay in a position for a long time doesn't mean you're stagnant. I have to stay here and excel and learn the skills that I need so that I can get to that goal that I want, and I'm just right where I need to be.
And what about for a personal goal?
So I don't know if y'all can see, but there are these figurines that are on my desk, and they're called Smiskies. These are Japanese blind box items that glow in the dark, and I haven't collected them all yet, but this specific collection is called the Work Collection, and it kind of helps me work in this space and stay focused. But don't you think this one looks like me? Yeah, so Aaron, what have you actually been up to?
Actually, recently, and it's been great. What about you, Yami? What have you done?
I think I've become pretty successful and pretty proud of myself. I've done pretty much what I've done in 20 years. Oof. I will try to summarize as much as I can. I think I've done pretty good work. I think I look pretty good for my age. The retinoids have helped a lot. But I think one of the biggest things, I became an advisor, a special care advisor specifically. I wanted to help families just like mine that have special needs children, and just help them through it, help them understand what's going on, because I knew myself. I did not know half of the things I should have, but I believe that's okay. I'm here to try to be a resource for them and just understand that it's okay, and just help them breathe for a second, not just live for tomorrow or a week from today, but be okay with the future, see the future and not be scared of it. Because I knew personally our family was always terrified of the future. And that was also one of the biggest things that I did was, and I believe it's one of my biggest success stories in my opinion, was helping my family out, helping my brother and his finances, helping settle all of that and understand all of that with my family, so where we're not stressing out and fighting or anything. If anything were to happen, we just already have a plan ready, and that plan, I created that plan for my family, and it's my biggest and best thing I think I've ever done, because it just makes family time a little less stressful because we don't have that behind our heads. And I was able to also start up my own business, and I find so much joy from it, just because I think it's my own little baby. I'm glad from it, and it's continually growing. I'm not done learning. I'm not done learning from people around me for sure, but I'm very, very proud of what I've done. I've also contributed into any way that I can to the community, especially the special care community. I always wanted to be a voice for them, just because I wish I had that voice growing up. So I always try to help out communities in any way I can, especially them and the Hispanic community, and try to be a voice for any way I can. And I was able to have my own home and get one from my own parents, a ranch specifically, so they can have their little horses and everything. But I'm so proud of where I am right today. And I think part of that growth comes from being an intern at SFG. They've taught me so much. And from there, I was able to finally see myself in a position and especially find my purpose from it. And I'm so glad. I could have never figured that out without this company, and just learning how to dream big. Never stop dreaming and never stop growing. And that's for sure what I'm going to continue to do.
That's awesome, Yami. That's great to hear. I'm happy for you.
What about you, Adrian? I want to hear all the success stories.
Well, starting, if I were to go back to the dreams and goals.
Hey, honey, what are you up to?
Oh, not much. Just working on a few projects. What's up?
Nothing. Just wanted to see if you could go pick up the kids.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'll be on my way soon.
Cool. Before that, could I ask you a question?
Sure. What's going on?
At this point in your life, do you think you've accomplished most of the goals you wanted?
Ooh. I mean, looking back at it, yeah. I love what I do. Our company has a great impact on the meaningful work that we do. I have a beautiful wife, 4 kids that I can dedicate most of my time with no restrictions. Although I will say there's one thing, which is what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to figure out a way to give back a little more to the community. And this is just in early stages, but there has been some talks with my alma mater about setting up a program that will enable kids that are less fortunate, that have the passion and grit to succeed, but that don't have the means necessary to do so.
Oh, really? That's great. I remember years ago you mentioned something about that.
Yeah, I did. It's been a minute, and I've been meaning to find some time and just the opportunity. So what better than now? Do you remember my internship at SFG?
Oh, yeah, of course I do. I just remember helping you with that one project. What was it called? I can't remember. You had to film some type of movie or commercial or something.
Yeah. That's actually where it all began. It was called Dream Manager. I did everything.
That's awesome. Oh, that's awesome to hear, guys. I'm so happy we met.
Yeah.
And it's great to catch up with y'all.
We have to do this more often. Can't be
Absolutely.
just every once in a 20-year move.
absolutely.
I agree.